Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the IceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Warrung traditional land for the IceHQ B League Grand Final, C1 Grand Final between the Feisty Lizards and the Swayzes. Carl Brewer, and I'll be bringing you the coverage for this particular game, and it promises to be a thriller. It's the big one. It's the battle for the pride of C grade. The Lizards are in the white with orange bands tonight, and the Swayzes in purple with multicolours all over them, very Miami Beach inspired apparently. To bring you up to speed, the Lizards finished the regular season as the minor premiers, while the Swayzes finished second. The Lizards have not lost a game all season, and they've had just the one tie, while the Swayzes lost 2 and tied 3 throughout the season. The most telling stat from the regular season, the Lizards with 78 goals and just 13 against, while the Swayzes managed 55 goals and 28 against. The Lizards have been a very high scoring team all season, while the Swayzes have been solid in defence, very hard to score against. Lacking any real offensive firepower, their top scorer being defenceman Rob Power, a very influential player on the game, and he's done extraordinarily well throughout this season. But the Lizards tonight will be without theirs and the league's top 2 scorers in Sean Young and Jason DeLuca, and they're also missing Alex Madden, which this will test their depth and give the Swayzes probably the best chance they've had all season, and on this night, of all nights to go missing. The Lizards lost the grand final last season after some poor decision making indeed that cost them some way too easy goals. Can they keep their composure tonight and make it 1 from 2? The Lizards will rely heavily on defensive stalwart Danuka Limit Langmatag, who provides a lot of discipline and stability to an otherwise very confident and roaming defensive line for the Lizards. These teams have only met once this season, and wouldn't you know it, it was the only game that the Lizards didn't win, it being a 2-all tie. And on that particular occasion, superstar Sean Young was missing from the Lizards. So a replication of that tonight. It's the best chance that the Swayzes have had. They're about to start their warm-up very shortly. They'll be getting on the ice very soon to get underway with this C-grade final. The C-grade here at IceHQ has some unique rules. So if you're watching this and you're not exactly 100% sure why things vary from the other games that you may have seen throughout the program, and if you've played here in higher grades, again, the rules are a little different. You cannot beat an icing in C-grade. What that means is if the puck is played from behind the red line in the middle of the rink by a team defending and it crosses the goal line at the other end, that attacking team is not allowed to touch the puck or put pressure on the defending team until they have recognisable control of the puck. They cannot beat the puck down there and defeat the icing call, which you can in higher grades. Additionally, slap shots are prohibited in this grade. It is a beginner's grade, and we don't want anyone getting hurt, and a lot of the players still very new to the game, some in their first season or second season, and you'll see throughout the game some a little bit shaky on their feet. As a result, slap shots are prohibited in this grade. If a player does take a slap shot as innocently, I guess, as you can, the penalty for that is a stoppage and a face-off just outside that defensive zone. If, on the other hand, a slap shot is taken with the intention to intimidate a player or a goalie, then that is a penalty offence, and the player responsible for that will get the 2 minutes in the naughty corner for unsportsmanlike behaviour. The other rule in this particular C grade is that players are not allowed to deliberately leave their feet to dive for the puck. It's another safety rule. At this level, we're very much trying to make sure that players don't knock each other out and become human bowling balls and run each other headfirst into the boards. That's how some pretty nasty injuries can occur. This is all about getting new players playing the game and getting addicted to the sport. And most of the players in both of these teams have come through the C2 development league here at IceHQ. The vast majority of them have come through the IceHQ's development squad program as well, which we're very happy to be able to run here. It gets absolute beginner players started playing hockey as soon as possible, and it's been very successful over the years, and we continue to run that. We'll be starting up a new season in just a couple of weeks when the Summer League starts up very shortly. So just to bring you up to speed a little bit more on what's happening with the game, on what's happening with these two teams. The meeting with in round 9, which was the only season game that Lizards didn't win, which was that 2-all tie with Sean Young being missing. We'll look also just briefly at how these two teams have gone in terms of penalties. That's when a player gets sent off for 2 minutes or more for some form of an infraction. Throughout the season, on a thing called a penalty kill, which is when one of your players has been sent off, the Lizards have one of the worst penalty kills in the league, just a 78%. So they've been relatively easy to score against when they've got a player in the penalty box. So they'll be pretty keen to keep out of that box if they can avoid it. They've accrued 30 minutes of penalties throughout the entire season, which is a very low number. It's quite a low value for that team. But likewise, also the Swayzes, both teams clean teams. These penalty counts relatively low. You can have a look through the statistics on the webpage, and you'll see that the number's quite different. The Hat-Trick Swayzes, 28 minutes in the penalty box throughout the season, while the Lizards, 30 minutes. So it's pretty even for these two teams in terms of transgressions. No other team has any long-term penalty box residence, which is also good. They're both clean teams and they play a fair game. We're just waiting for the Swayzes goaltender, who I believe tonight is Steve Vasu, to get his gear sorted out while they're just stuffing around down there. The Swayzes are coming in hot off a 7-4 demolition of the Hellfish on Thursday night, and the Lizards dealt with the big deals 5-0 on Saturday night to win their way through. Will the Swayzes be feeling the effects of the extra game? Will it show in the third? Who knows? We're about to get underway. Players to watch? Well, who knows now, because we are underway. And the face-off won by the Swayzes. Won back nicely by Josh Wise, but it comes up to Langmataj, who clears it out safely to the middle of the neutral zone for the Lizards, who are stuck in a board battle. But this time the Swayzes win it through, and they're looking for an opportunity to get a pass across the middle. They've got two players loose in the slot, and we get a first shot on the net. And Brodie Pruha for the Lizards gets his first touch. Always good to get a nice, easy touch. Well, not easy, because every shot on the net is a potential. But Brodie Pruha, one of the players to watch here for the Lizards, makes a save, and we will have a defensive zone face-off for the Lizards. One forward there by Michael Gadd, and the net bounces off Brodie, and it comes out to the point for the Swayzes. Puck bouncing around a little bit through the top of the slot. Gatt trying to clear it out, mishandles it a little bit, but the puck's still in the zone for the Swayzes. They've got a good opportunity now here to try and get a shot on. It's a fight on the half boards. Loose player in high slot, but not able to complete the pass. And they come out to the point and just manage to keep the puck in there. Uli is pressured closely, but the Lizards clear the puck out of the zone. Gatt now with a chance to burst down the right-hand side, and he tries to get a shot on the net, but elects to pass across. Gets a pass across to his teammate there, who goes for a backhander across to the top of the slot, but it is intercepted, and there's a loose puck just bobbling around the top of the neutral zone. Bit of a risky pass there, back by the Lizards, but Worley goes back and goes across ice to Doof for the Lizards, who has a chance now down the half boards to try and win a battle with the puck. Can he play across to the slot? No one there at the moment for the Lizards. Hunt trying to get in, but a little bit late to the party, and he gets deked around by Josh Wise, who now moves up through the neutral zone with speed. Gets around the Lizards' defence, gets a little chippy shot onto Brodie Pruha, who has his pads in the way, and makes it safe. And Hunt now on the forecheck for the Lizards, just dealt with nicely by the Swayzes defence, and they play it across to the middle. Booth for the Lizards gets it back to Hunt. Hunt now with a little bit of space, lines up, gets a shot away, gets it through Zoo, and it goes straight through Zoo, straight through the 5-hole, and the first goal goes to the Feisty Lizards. A nice play across there. I believe that was Adam Hunt, who gets a shot across from a distance straight through Zoo's 5-hole. And the 5-hole is between the goaltender's legs, if you're not sure exactly where that is, and the Feisty Lizards get the start they wanted. They were concerned that they weren't going to have enough goal scorers, but they've shown there that they certainly can. One shot, one goal, and Vertagen there for the Lizards, trying desperately to keep the puck across to the side as the Swayzes do their best to get a shot on, but puck cleared all the way down the other end. Zoo, a little bit lucky there with his stick, just tried to deflect it out and ended up pushing it across the front of the net. It's a little bit lucky to get away with that. Almost a funnel offence there for Zoo, but this time the Swayzes break it out in the hands of Dave Henry, and he just manages to chip it past the Lizards' defence. And Langmataj plays it up the side now, gets up to the middle of the neutral zone. Burgess looking for an option, but the puck stolen from her. Vertagen also trying to get the puck, but a little bit of a collision between everyone. Swayzes now with the puck moving across the middle, but it only goes as far as the Lizards' defence, who clear it back up to the half boards, but not all the way out of the zone. It's still in. There's a chance for a backhanded shot. Goes across. Pruha gets his pad in the way and stops a Dave Henry chip, and the puck cleared out by the Lizards as the Swayzes go back to pick it up in Ben Fry, who looks for a chance to play it up, but only gets it to the Lizards on the half boards. And they chip in for a chip and chase. Rob Power now for the Swayzes clears it out with a nice safe backhand, but it only goes as far as the Lizards up on the point, who get the puck back into the zone. Vertagen gets a shot across, but this time Zoo makes the save. Vertagen held against the boards tightly, looking for options to pass. He takes it, but it's missed. And the puck still just kept in the zone there by Turbo, who manages to tap it in deep into the corner. But Power, with time and space, clears it riskily across the ice to Skeen. Skeen is helped out by her teammates, and now a little bit of confusion. Where's the puck? This is C-grade. Everyone losing sight of it as Young for the Swayzes gets a shot away, but it goes clear of everything, and Pruha just watches it go into the corner. And this time, Rob Power tries to keep it in well, but it doesn't get all the way out of the zone. And Power has another shot from a distance, but it sprays across the front of Pruha, who didn't have to do anything. And now the Lizards with numbers gets across to Gat, who has got a shot on him. He lines it up, he takes a shot, and Zoo makes the save. Nice shot there, Gatty. Put it on the net, put it between the pipes to make the goalie work. And that's exactly what it is. Swayze's looking a little bit disorganised at the moment. That early goal against them will have rattled them. They did have a good start on Thursday against the Hellfish when they were up 3-0 at the end of the first, but not quite the same start that they would have wanted today with that one-goal deficit they have early on with just over 10 minutes to play. From just the 2 shots on the net for Zoo, one straight through the 5-hole by Young. Sorry, Hunt. Hunt it was who got that one, assisted by Doof. The puck in the corner now. Swayze's trying to get a shot away, but it clears out to the top of the zone for the Lizards, who are a little bit slow carrying out the puck there. Goodwin just dawdling a little touch with the puck, but now it goes into the corner, looking for a pass across to the slot. Taken by Swayzes, holding the puck nicely down behind the net. They break it out around the weak side, chipping up the boards. It gets past everyone. The referee has a hand up for icing. So at this point, the Swayzes can't go in and put pressure on the puck handler until they have a recognisable control. And they have that now. Langmatage clears it up the side. It doesn't clear the zone, and it comes in only as far as the Swayzes, who try and get a shot away. But this time, Danuka gets his skates in the way. And again, 2 times he's managed to block that. And this time the puck comes out. Burgess in a foot race with Zemo, but Zemo wins it. But doesn't clear the puck out now. And this Burgess still stuck offside, so the Lizards not able to press the attack. The puck goes in deep. And this time there is forechecking pressure on the Lizards. They try and clear it high up the boards. It's held in by Hawkins, who gets her skates in the way. And she gets poke-checked by Hunt. And still trying to clear the puck out. The Lizards have spent a lot of time in defence here. But some good attacking options by the Swayzes, but they haven't been able to get any good shots on. And so far, Pruha has been up to the task. But this time a shot across the front, but not able to put it in the net there, Hawkins. She just sprayed a little bit wide. This time it gets a shot in to Pruha, and another chance. Hawkins get another shot in. It deflects around, but harmlessly to the backboards. This time to the front. Vertagen with the puck. She tries to clear it out. She's doing a fair bit of puck handling there in a defensive zone, but she's got numbers. She elects to pass to Hunt, the early goal scorer. Goes down the side, tries to get himself some space, turns, gets a chip away, and fired it into the slot, but deflected harmlessly into the corner by the Swayzes defence, getting a skate in their way. Burgess trying to find space in front of the net, but the puck cleared out by everyone and not able to keep the puck in there. The Lizards, the puck goes all the way down the other end. No icing because the puck had been touched. The puck gets driven around the outside. Rob Power comes in to take a shot from the point, fires it in hard from the point. Pruha read that one well through traffic and kept the puck harmlessly deflected out in the corner. But Power with another chance. This time the puck comes out. Lawless trying to do some magic, but he is dispossessed. And Wally for the Lizards is beaten by Hawkins, but the puck just came to the middle, and this time it's driven deep into the corner for a foot race there with James Galloway going into the corner. And he's got a teammate in the slot who looks unmarked, but picked up now in the slot. They can't let those players be loose. The puck driven through the middle of the neutral zone down to Gaddy's feet. Tries to clear it as far as Lawless. Lawless passes it across to Galloway. Galloway well defended by the Swayzes. Galloway still gets a shot away. This time Zoo makes the save, pushes into the corner. And he's loose in the high slot. Galloway, if the puck comes across, they're in a bit of trouble here, the Swayzes. But they managed to get possession. And it looks like that might be Hunt. Sorry, not Hunt. One of the Swayzes anyway, trying to clear the puck out. That was Power. Now, Rob Power does like to carry the puck a fair bit, and sometimes it can be to his detriment. But this time the Swayzes get a shot away from the slot, but it's directed harmlessly into the corner, and more deflections. Loose puck in the slot. Lawless clears it out, and we have Goodwin on the burst now. He's got a solo break. Goodwin lines up for the shot. Takes a shot from a distance. Just gets it past Zoo, but Zoo manages to see it just into the corner. He had him beaten, but he managed to get a pad up. Just blocked that one out. Goodwin not quite able to capitalise on that one-on-none breakout that they had. A good piece of play there by the Lizards. They created a good opportunity, but not able to finish it off. The puck now sprays harmlessly across the front. It's pretty dangerous when it happens, but Skeen tries to clear it clear, and she gets it up the ice to Jason Sandy. So Jason Sand, who is driven into the corner, And he gets a pass back to Wisey, who has a shot, but just fluffs it a little bit. He didn't get clean power, and that Goodwin gets a pass across to Aaron Verga, but Verga dispossessed. And this time it's Peters who plays the puck up the ice, being chased by Goodwin. Puck comes across, and this time the Lizards break it clear, but only as far as a change going on the bench by the Swayzes, and the puck dumped down to the far end. The Swayzes with time to organise. Good forecheck by the Lizards, forcing them to act, but it's Wise again coming down the middle. He hasn't got much pressure on him. He's got a chance now to take a shot, and he does, but it's blocked. That runs into a Lizards leg and is pushed into the corner with 6 minutes to go. The Lizards a 1-0 lead. They've only had the 4 shots on the net, but one of them was good. And Swayze's 7 by comparison with 6 minutes to go. Zoo this time tries to chip it in deep and create an opportunity to get past a wall of Lizards, but the Lizards now clear it out to Burgess, but not able to collect the pass. Burgess and Verga blown through. And puck loose as the puck now comes out. Vertagen picks it up, and she's looking for an option. She's got 3-on-1. She gets pushed over into the corner, and she's got players loose in the slot, but she does get a shot away onto Zoo, and it goes through Zoo, and that is the second goal of the game to the Lizards, and that is Abby Vertagen, and you can see on the replay, you get those shots on the net. There was traffic, and Zoo not able to control the puck, and it bounced over and into the net. The Lizards with a 2-0 lead with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first. Referee Craig Armstrong-Frey taking close attention, drops the puck, and this time the face-off won nicely by Hawkins for the Swayzes. She's done that well so far. Just chipped through for the Swayzes, but cleared out by Harley Grady, who drives the puck deep into the corner. It's the Lizards with another opportunity. They've got Gaddy loose in high slot, but the puck doesn't come across. And this time, Ben Fry bolts the puck all the way down the other end, but it comes into the middle on the neutral zone. Gaddy this time picks it up for the Lizards. He's got some space. He's got some room. He has a shot through traffic, and this time Zoo managed to get a pad in the way and directed into the corner. And Grady now tries to play it across, but only as far as Rob Power, who was on the burst through. Bit lucky there to get away with that, and this time he retrieves the puck from a bit of a lucky move, gets in front of Denanga and fires it just wide of Brodie Pruha, who saw it go into the corner. Gatt now still trying to clear the puck and bouncing around the top of the defensive zone. Hawkins moving across, she's got some space, but the puck doesn't make it to her. And they also had Brooks Skeen floating in the close slot, but the Lizards managed to clear the puck out of the zone, so all of the Swayzes have to leave it. And now this time Danuka with some time to have a look, has a look around, tries to chip the puck up the boards and gets it as far as a gaggle of Lizards. I don't know what you call a collective verb of them, but there was a lot of them. Lizards get a shot in from a distance, but it's harmlessly off to the side. Tommy Lawless's shot ineffective, putting the puck in the corner. They do have Lawless in the slot at the moment, and he goes around behind the net to try and pick it up, but just pushing it backwards and forwards as Doof and Lawless playing a little bit of behind the net passing. And a shot in from the point, and the puck is bobbling around loose. We've got Swayzes all over the place trying desperately to get it under control as there's a whole swarm of Lizards trying to poke that loose puck in. There was lots of rebounds and lots of chances, but none of them went in the end. It was swallowed up by Zoo, who made it, I wouldn't say look easy, but certainly got that puck under control. We will have a defensive zone face-off now for the Swayzes with just over 3 minutes to play in the first. The Lizards with the 2-0 lead. Watch for Burgess for the Lizards to drive straight in the slot on the drop of the puck, and she does. Can get the puck for her though. She's pretty good at being invisible. And Lizards now trying to get the pass across the front of the slot. They do, but a lot of Swayzes trafficking away, and they pick it up and works it out. And here is Josh Wise looking for some space, and he's got it through the middle, and he's pressed by Lawless. Lawless still chasing, and Harley Grady gets a shot. Josh Wise gets a shot away. Brodie keeping the Lizards in the game. Dave Henry saw the puck behind him and then lost track of it, and it was there. He just couldn't quite turn around fast enough to get it, and the Lizards clear the puck down the other end. It's icing, but forecheck down by Goodwin going in to put some pressure on the Swayzes, who clear it up the boards, but they don't manage to clear the zone, but then they do. The puck comes through, and on the burst, the Swayzes, but picked off nicely with some good judgment by one of the Lizards' defence. I'm sorry I didn't catch the number, but the puck goes in now deep for the Lizards in attack. They'll try and clear the puck around the weak side of the rink, which is the side where the puck isn't, and it's stolen beautifully by Goodwin, who now has a little bit of space, tries to move around, gets tangled up in a lot of traffic, but a lizard there to help him out. And this time they've got space. They take the shot, bounces off everything into the corner. Abby Vertagen tries to play it around. She's looking for a pass. She sees the point clear and passes it up to the point. We get a quick shot away. We do. Shot through distance, through traffic. Puck bobbling around. It's still there. Vertagen with another chance, but deflected wide. Zoo making that one safe. Vertagen still with the puck in the corner, and she's trying to do her best to get a puck pass across to the front. Zoo under a lot of pressure. Player there diving for the puck. A little bit lucky maybe not to get penalised as Henry finally clears the puck out of the zone for the Swayzes. And they make a quick change. There'll be some tired bodies from that shift. The puck comes down to Goodwin, who runs into Wise. Wise beats him and gets through. Makes himself some space, but Henry was offside. And he will be a face-off with just over a minute, well, just under a minute now to play in the first. The Lizards with a 2-0 lead over the Swayzes. 9 shots to 8. Some good sustained pressure in that second part of this period by the Lizards. They're showing a little bit of their dominance in most of the play, but they're not winning face-offs. Wise winning that one back to his teammates. And he tries to, puck comes up the corner, but only as far as Danuka, who this time wisely elects to go up the boards. Gets to Goodwin, who is trying to blast down the side. Sorry, George Jafitas, doof. But it comes up the middle to Brooks Geen. She's got time and space. She's got 2D in front of her to beat. And the poke check forces her wide, but she passes it across to the middle of the slot. But there were Lizards back, and they cleaned it up. But there is still a Josh Wise floating in the slot, not being covered there. But this time Hunt picks it up, and he's got some room, being chased by Wise. Hunt tries to pause and give himself some space, but Wise barrels him deep into the corner. Doof floating around high. Gat loses his footing. This is Seagrade. Here comes the puck. Rob Power has a chance. Takes what could almost be called a slap shot there. And I think we are going to see that one pulled back. And you're not allowed to do that in a C grade. You could see the stick came up above his knee. And that would have been a no goal if it had gone in. A definite slap shot there. Craig Armstrong-Frey straight onto the situation. It's no penalty for that. It's just if it had gone in, it wouldn't have been a goal. But you are not allowed to slap shot in C grade. So Power had a good opportunity. So at the end of the first, we've got a 2-1 lead, and we don't have the clock running on the timer. It should be running down now for a minute. And the scorer is now alert to it. And the clock starts ticking. So the players have had about a 30 seconds or so bonus rest time. You only get a minute between periods here in this grade, in this competition. You don't need that much anyway, really. You will, a lot of the players, when the first start of the first period starts up, you'll see the ice has just been reconditioned by the Zamboni ice resurfacer, and it can be quite fast. But as the game progresses, the skates cut the ice up and the rink becomes slower and the puck doesn't move as quickly. In professional games, they get a resurface between each period. Here we get a resurface between each game. We've got just about ready to get the second period underway. And the Lizards with a 2-0 lead. 9 shots to 8. No penalties so far. Wise has had a couple of chances for the Swayzes as to Power, but not able to finish them off. And we've also seen some nice play by Wendy Hawkins, who created some good opportunities as well, but not able to capitalise on it. And we've had a mistimed horn, but this time the puck comes through, and it is Tommy Lawless who tries to get the puck through, and but only goes as far as the Swayzes defence. And it's Uli now who has a little bit of space. It's driven into the corner. Pruha sees that one deflect off the side of the goal, so it doesn't count as a shot. Cuts across the front. Hawkins not able to pick that one up. She had a good chance there, but just not quite able to pick up that pass. It had a little bit too much sauce on it. Lizards now bust through, and with a chance to have a shot from a distance, they elect to choose the pass instead. But intercepted and feet in the way by the Swayzes. Some good play there. As Turbo for the Lizards dumps it in deep and forces a turnaround. A little bit of neutral zone players. Uli with a bit of time and space finds Hawkins in the just on the top of the attacking zone, and the puck still in the zone for the Swayzes. It's under a pile of knees. No one quite able to get anything away with that. But finally a shot comes through, but it's deflected. A chance now for a shot from a distance, but around the back of the net, harmlessly watched by Pruha. And we've got Peters floating around high with his stick in the air, but he this time gets the puck. But it only goes as far as a tightly marked Patrick Swayze. And now the puck comes across the middle, and Brody Pruha will very wisely just put his hand on top of that puck and freeze it. And as a result, players get a change. They can slow the things down a little bit, and if you're a Lizard, it's good for you. You've got a 2-goal lead. You can take your time. The clock is in your favour. It is only the second period. It's a little bit early to really try and run the clock down, but if you have a lead, the clock is in your favour. And the Lizards trying to clear the puck out of the zone now. They almost manage it, but it is instead driven across the front. This time, Langmataj clears it up the side wisely, and it's an icing, so Doof will have to wait until Rob Power goes in there for the Swayzes and picks it up. Now they can put some pressure on him. He will skate the length of the ice if you give him a chance. But that time his clearance not great. And shot straight back in. Vertagen looking for the option. She's got Doof loose in the slot. But Power gets his stick down their way and intercepts it. And he breaks out on his own. He's puck carrying through the middle. Being watched closely, but runs into a wall of white. And he's driven around the back. He opts to go around the back of the net. Nice pass to the front of the slot. But not able to finish that off was Brooks Keane. She was in the right place. Just couldn't quite get stick on that puck as the Lizards now break it out. They clear the zone. And they've got a 2-on-2. They make the pass across. Doof tries to get that pick up, but Ben Fry clears it clear of the zone. But it's kept in by Vertagen, who's having a great game so far. She circles around, gets a pass up to Wally, who gets a shot through traffic. And it's bobbling around the front of the net, but it's just picked up there in the end by Zoo, who manages to lost sight of it there for a second. It almost looked like it had gone in. It was a nice shot from the point by Wally. But now we will have a attacking face-off for the Lizards, defensive face-off for the Hat-Trick Swayzes with 13 minutes to go in the second. With a 2-goal lead, the Lizards over the Swayzes. This time the face-off won by Gat, but Wise breaks it out, and he's got one to beat in front of him. He's got a little bit of space. He moves wide. He gets a shot away, but Pruha makes the save. But there's a nice juicy rebound, and the puck's still out there. Wise this time tries to get the puck across to the slot. They've got loose numbers there in the front, the Swayzes, but Burgess tries to clear it up, and she is pressing on Peters, but Peters manages to keep the puck in, and they're just getting a little bit tangled up there with Hunt as Burgess tries to make a pass across ice, but gets it as far as Wise, but he fired wide, and you can hear the puck bounce harmlessly. He gets another chance now, shot from a distance. This time he puts it in the net. And Josh Wise brings it back to a 1-goal deficit with a nice shot. He was unmarked in the high slot. You'll see this on the replay. He gets up to the top of the face-off circles. Not much pressure on him there, and he manages to put one well past Brody Pruha, who just watched it sail into the net and couldn't get onto that one in time to do anything much about it. So we have a game. The score 2 to the Lizards, 1 to the Swayzes with 11 minutes and 50 seconds to play. The Swayzes well and truly in this. And the Lizards now try and break it out. Nice juicy bouncing puck gets across to Galway, who's looking for an option. Tries to find Lawless, instead comes across to Hunt, but Hunt doesn't finish it off. And this time a loose sloppy pass across the zone by the Lizards. A little bit lucky to get away with it in that occasion, but this time Galway tries to break past Fry, and he does, but Fry desperately chasing him back. And the Lizards have to be very careful with those breakouts, but there's a loose bobbly puck in front of the net, but no one there to capitalise on it. And bounces around the back of the net as Hunt goes down to try and put some pressure on the forecheck. The puck at his feet, lost sight of it a little bit. The puck bobbles out now, and the Swayzes with a chance through the neutral zone. Nice pass across to Courtney Waters, who now has some space. She takes a shot from a distance. Pruha has lost sight of it, but in the end he finds it. He's got these black pads, Brody, and you can't always see the puck. Sometimes that's a feature. Sometimes it's not when you're trying to find it yourself and it's in front of your pads and you lose sight of it. That can be a challenge for a goaltender, having that low contrast. Just that 1-goal lead now to the Lizards about halfway through the second. This time the puck comes across the front of the slot, and they take a shot in. It's a deflection, and no one knows where the puck is. Comes across, and the Swayzes take another shot in. And this time Dan Peters tries to put it in. But it comes across to Vertagen, one of the early goal scorers. She's got a little bit of time. She has a shot, but it deflects wide. And just a little bit of a board battle. She's looking for a pass across the slot. Gets it. There's the shot. But it runs wide there. Doof not quite able to finish it off. He had great position. But, just not quite able to finish that opportunity. It would have been a great chance to give the Lizards back that extra goal buffer that they would very much like to have coming into the third as they break it out through their defensive zone. Cross ice pass, risky. Very nearly picked off by Brooks Skeen. This time Peters goes back to play it, and he's got Skeen up behind him. He plays the backhand up to her, but Turbo manages to pick it off. Doof looks across to Vertagen, but not able to complete the pass. And instead it is Hawkins who fires the puck in hard. But, loose player there in the slot. Hawkins, she's pretty good at finding some space. This time the Lizards break it out to Doof. Doof's got no one in front of him, but he's been back-checked hard. If he doesn't get that shot away, and he doesn't, he will be picked off there by Josh Wise. But only as far as Gaddy, who tries to get the shot away. But again, Swayze's defence there in numbers, and Josh Wise having a fantastic game. Josh Wise, another player who came through the C2 development program. He breaks it out. And he's got two in front of him, gets a pass across to Brooks Keane, and she's driven off into the corner. This time, Lizards back in numbers. So they try and break it out, but it's kept in. Oh, this time they do clear it, and that's passed across just behind Burgess's feet. Gat trying to get across and cut it off, and they do, but now they're going to have to get back quickly, the Lizards. They're outnumbered in their defensive zone. Goodwin clears the puck out, tries to get it up to Burgess, but now she has a chance to pick up the puck. And we have a whistle for too many players. And it looks like the hat-trick Swayzes have too many players on the ice. They're not allowed more than 5, and so they will have a player in the naughty box. Now, interestingly enough, the on the power play, so the numerical advantage, the Lizards only have a 7.7% power play conversion, so they haven't been terribly good at scoring goals when they have the numerical advantage. And we know that the Swayzes score short-handed. They certainly did on Thursday night when they played here against the Hellfish. They got a very nice short-handed goal. I think that might have been Rob Power. But either way, it doesn't matter who it was. They have got 4 players on the ice. Usually means you play a little bit more defensively. But it's a team choice. They try and chip the puck out and across. Danuka skates across to get it. He's been well pressured by Ben Fry, and in the end got a deflected puck that very nearly went in. This time, another chance to put the puck in with Adam Hunt, but he's just driven off into the corner. Some good attacking pressure at the moment by the Lizards, but the Swayzes eventually managed to break it out. They would like to get a change because they've been on the ice for a little while, but they can't at the moment. They've got too much defensive pressure on them as Danuka again tries to play it across. Lawless looking for a passing option. Galway plays it across the ice. It's a risky option. No one really moving for the Lizards. They're all kind of standing still waiting for someone else to do something. This time it's Verga who moves in, and he's driven down into the corner, but Swayze's wisely just waiting and cleaning it up. At this point they can just dump the puck out of the zone, but they elect not to. They keep it in. And the puck comes across the top of the zone. Chance of Verga, gets a shot away, but not quite in. So he manages to just get something in front of that and keep the puck out with not too much longer to go in this power play. The Lizards have had a couple of opportunities but haven't been able to convert. Lawless goes into the corner, tries to get a shot on or a pass. Goes the shot, a little juicy bouncer, but it doesn't get past anyone, unfortunately. This time it comes back up to Turbo on the point. Has a chance for a shot, but just puts it harmlessly into the corner. And a little bit of pressure there from behind, but they get away with it. The Swayzes, and the puck clears the zone. Now Rob Power with a chance for a short-handed goal. He's got lots of time and space. There are 3 Lizards in front of him, but he beats Lawless, moves across wide, runs the clock down a little bit here. He actually circles all the way back. An interesting decision indeed with just 10 seconds to go on the power play when he had the chance to move forward and perhaps get a shot on the net. And instead he's taken the puck back down into his defensive zone and taken the pressure off the Lizards. But now they get a chance. Uli tries to play it out, but instead plays it back into his zone. And some interesting decision making there by the Swayzes. The puck tries to get shot in, but Power this time dumps the puck down the other end. And they clear it out of the zone, the Swayzes. It comes up to Defeatus, who has a foot race now with Uli into the corner. Uli trying to be deceptive, and he beats Doof around the side. Puck comes out clear, and Young is racing against Matty Wall, but Wall wins it and clears it up the zone. But it'll be a icing. No, referees do not have their hands up for icing, so it's a contestable puck. Puck played across the back there by the Swayzes. You've had an excellent second period so far. Just the 5 minutes to go, and they've scored the only goal of this period. It was a very nice goal there. Josh Wise with Hawkins at 12 minutes in, 12 minutes to go in the period. The Lizards not quite able to clear the puck out of their zone. Swayzes with good forechecking pressure, but this time the Lizards dump the puck out, and it will be fetched by Dan Peters, who has time, being forechecked by Burgess, who goes around and tries to put some pressure on him. And we're having not quite sure what that one is. No, it looks like it was an icing that then got pressured. So Burgess went in a little bit early and didn't give Peters the room that he was required to have. And as a result, the puck goes all the way back down for an offensive zone face-off for the Swayzes. A good opportunity for them, but also, too, an opportunity for the Lizards if they can turn it into a breakout. And the puck comes back. The gat for the Lizards comes up high, but it went through a lot of traffic, shot in by the Swayzes from the point. And it's Brooke Skeen who goes in and tries to get the puck for the Swayzes, and she's caught in the corner, but finds a pass across the front. Not able to convert it. The Swayzes, it pops out, and this time it's Peters coming back to pick it up again. Plays it across to his defensive partner, who is dispossessed. This time, Hunt with a chance. He makes himself a little bit of space, tries to get a shot away, does. But Peters is sticking away, and he clears it up. And just some sticks being thrown around a little bit through the defensive zone. You are allowed a little bit of push and shove. This is not a non-contact sport. It's a non-checking sport. And the puck caught up on the side there by the Swayzes, and they clear the zone. And it is Peters again having an outstanding game. He's doing very well indeed. Him and Wise having a great game indeed. But this time playing in is the Lizards, who get a shot. And it is James Galway who puts that one past Sue, racks a run around the side. You'll see this on the replay. Galway gets around the back of his defenseman there, just makes a little bit of extra space and just chips it over the shoulder of the Swayzes defender, and that takes the lead back out to 2 goals to the Lizards with just over 2.5 minutes to play in the second period. 2 goals is one of those leads that's difficult because it feels like a lot, but it's very easy to get it back, which is to say you can never rest on your laurels with a 2-goal lead. It's pretty dangerous. Not Hawkins, that was Courtney Waters who wins the puck, but only as far as Doof for the Lizards, who comes in with another chance. But he's caught. The puck comes across the middle of Aaron Verga, who has a shot away. The puck is loose in the slot, and this time the rebound cleaned up by the Swayzes goaltender. That was very nearly a fourth goal for the Lizards, which would have made them coming into the third period not unassailable, but pretty scary for the Swayzes. But we still very much have a game. There's Armstrong Frey just making sure everyone lines up to get a chance to shot in from the point, the Lizards, and they do, but it hasn't got much on it. And Sue almost beaten there. It had a bit of a tricky bounce. Burgess floating around in the slot unmarked. She's got a coat of invisibility on, and quite famous for scoring goals from that position. The puck comes around the back. Lawless tries a backhander, but Burgess not there to pick it up, and this time power for the Swayzes. Goes around everyone, a little bit of fancy footwork, but he's been closely marked, but he turns and swivels and turns and twists. But in the end, just gets pushed down into the corner and dispossessed, trying to do just a little bit too much with that puck. But he gets the puck again. Now he gets a shot away through the middle of the zone, but Brodie Pruha for the Lizards makes the save. So Rob Power, he does like to carry the puck a lot, and he's got some pretty good skills. That time probably just trying to take that 1 or 2 extra too many seconds, and he cost that opportunity. And in the end, he still did get a pretty good shot away, but Brodie Pruha was there for the Lizards to make it safe as they face off in their defensive zone now. The Lizards puck comes across the front, and the Lizards jump and clear the puck all the way out. And it's a foot race for the puck. It's not an icing in this instance. Oh, it is an icing, I'm sorry. And you can't beat that. So because James Galway raced down to the puck, he was actually obliged in that situation to wait. So the puck will be brought all the way back down the other end. Now, the Lizards in this circumstance are not supposed to get a change. It hasn't been particularly thoroughly enforced throughout this league, but normally if you get an icing called against you, you're not allowed to change. Face-off now taken, puck comes across the front. Almost an identical play, the puck driven down again by the Lizards defence. And with just 20 seconds to play in the second period, Peters goes down. He's got 2 Lizards forechecking on him. Tries to play the puck across, but it's stolen and it's shot and it's in the net. And that's one thing that the Lizards can do. If you give them an easy cross-ice pass in front of them, they will intercept that. And that's one, if you're a C2 player coming through our squad, we'll have that one on the video and we'll show you what not to do in defence. If we see this again on the replay, I don't know that we will. But you can see the defensive player electing to push the puck across in front of the net. And there were two Lizards there waiting for it. One of them got him, and one of them stuck it in the net. So at the end of the second, the Lizards 4, the Swayzes 1. 16 shots to 12 on the net. Not a huge margin, but the Lizards have had some pretty good scoring opportunities. And I think the Swayzes would be disappointed by that one. It was a questionable decision there that led to the pass to Jaden Goodwin with just 3 seconds to go in that period, and he just swooped on it. It was a good forecheck by the Lizards. There was two players down there putting a lot of pressure on Peters, and he looked up and he made the wrong choice, and it's easy to do when you're under that sort of pressure. So we're looking forward to the third period now, which will decide the C1 C-grade grand final. That's what this game is. So far it's been pretty entertaining. It's just a 3-goal lead to the Lizards. They can't afford to sit there and do nothing. They're going to have to keep the foot on the gas to make sure they get through this. They have been in this situation before. They did lose the same grand final last season from a not entirely dissimilar position. So they need to keep their head screwed on, and they need to make sure that they prioritise clearing the puck. The face-off won by Wise, who chips the puck through. But Gaddy fights for it, gets it only as far back as Power, who puts it in the corner for Hawkins. Hawkins is met by Harley Grady, who dumps the puck in deep. And the Lizards put a shot across the front of the net. They're not thinking about defence at this point in time. They're still trying to score more goals as Hunt puts the puck across. And we'll have to go in and forecheck on Courtney Waters. And she tries to play the puck across, gets it as far as Wisey, who now has room in the slot, looks for the passing option to Skeen, finds her. But puck comes across, and the puck not quite cleared out of the zone there by the Lizards. Now they have to go back and get it. But they've got time and space, and they try and rim it round. But Hawkins picks it up on the half-boards and tries to get a shot across, and it is Wise again, but only as far as Doof. But they don't get the puck out. And this time Rob Power is dispossessed. And the Lizards with a chance, but they're offside. That offside, basically, the way the rule works is you're not allowed to have a player in the offensive zone, so closer to the goal than the blue line across the ice, unless the puck is in. So if you beat the puck into the offensive zone, you're offside, and the play will come to outside of the zone. Now, if you're a Lizard at the moment, you're not too disappointed about that because it costs another 30 seconds. The clock keeps ticking, and the Lizards now lining up with just over 14 and a half minutes to play with a 3-goal lead. Face-off won nicely, Vertagen, but it gets across to Burgess, who can't quite control it. And this time, the Swayzes turn to be caught offside, and that was Courtney Waters just a little bit ahead of the puck. A little bit unlucky there. It bobbled up high and bounced off her shoulder. But that's how it goes sometimes, and you just got to be able to read that play and deal with it when it happens. Vertagen again winning the face-off. She's doing well, and it's dumped deep by Worley for the Lizards. And now it's cleared, and the Lizards can go forecheck on the Swayzes if they want. But they do, and Abby Vertagen again with the puck. She's having a great game. She tries to pass it across. A shot in from the distance through traffic by Worley, but it doesn't make anything except a bunch of deflections. Burgess trying to make space in front of the slot, and Vertagen high on the slot, totally unmarked. And she's just sitting there tapping a stick on the ice, waiting for a puck. And instead, I think that one might have come off Burgess. We're not sure, because I was watching Abby Vertagen. We'll see this on the replay. And we'll see this. Burgess with her stick on the ice. Puck comes across. No, it wasn't Burgess who got that one. That might have been Tom Lawless for the Lizards, and that takes them out to a 5-goal-1 lead with 13 minutes and 20 seconds to play. The Lizards absolutely raising their tails in the air. There'll be no geckos dropping their tails to escape the Predators this time around. Gat wins the face-off, but only as far as the Swayzes' defence. But they win it through anyway. The Lizards get another shot across the front. Gat might do 2 minutes for a push there, but he doesn't. Just a little bit of push and shove in front of the slot as Brooke Skeen races out to try and pick up the puck for the Swayzes, but it's kept in by Turbo for the Lizards, who pushes the puck into the corner. And a bit of a board battle for the puck. Puck comes up high. Gat with a chance. Takes a shot. Big juicy rebound in front of the net. Another chance. This time Young clears it out. Young clears it out from the zone for the Swayzes. But the Lizards back in numbers, and they try and clear the puck up the middle. Gets it up to Goodwin, who looks for a passing option. Finds Lawless. Lawless looking again for another chance, and he chips it past the Swayzes defence. He has a chance for a shot or a pass. Elects the pass. Goes across the front of the net. Not able to clean it up was Goodwin. He had a good chance there, but the puck just a little bit too airborne. This time the puck fired all the way down by the Swayzes, and it will be not an icing. So the Swayzes can go in and forecheck if they want. The clearance not successful. The Swayzes keeping the puck in. They look for a pass to Power. Power gets it across to Skeen in loose slot, but it is cleaned up by Harley Grady, who clears the puck out of the zone wisely. It's exactly the right thing to do, and this time it is Tommy Lawless. I think no Aaron Verga, who is going to be convicted of the heinous crime of high sticking. And he will sit for 2, which gives the Patrick Swayzes their first power play of the game. And with 11 and a half minutes to go, can they score the goal that they desperately need to get themselves back in this game? They've got a 4-goal lead, the Lizards, with 11 minutes to play. And now the Swayzes have a numerical advantage. The Lizards have had a pretty good penalty kill. Gatt trying to clear the puck out of the zone. He gets tangled up a little bit, but doesn't clear the puck out of the zone. Power now has a chance. He just chips it to Wise, who plays it back to Power. He's got room in high slot, gets a shot through traffic, and he has put it into a Brody Pruha's glove for a no goal. It was a good play there by the Swayzes. They moved the puck around and got the goalie moving. The Lizards just a little slow on the change. No one lining up at the face-off. This is just running time off the clock. It's not actually a foul. Wingmatedge in the unusual position of taking a shot, but it comes across the front of the net, only as far as Hawkins, who couldn't quite complete the pass. Swayzes get to Power again, who gets another shot across the front of the net, but Pruha tidies it up. Just over a minute to go in the power play. Fry free on the point, looking for the pass. Will the Swayzes pass it out to him? It's stuck on the board battle at the moment. Fry eventually gets the puck, and it's a shot across, but it's harmlessly across the front of the net. Referee has a hand up for another infraction. We're not sure exactly who it is. I think it might be a Swayze this time who's going to be doing 2 minutes. Didn't see exactly what it was, but there was quite a scuffle over on the boards. And it looks like it will be, no, it is Hunt for the Lizards. So for about 30 seconds, the Lizards will have just the 3 players on the ice, while the Swayzes run the clock down through a bit of a messy change. That's not what they wanted. They certainly didn't want to have wasting the clock time, but they will have 20 seconds of 3-on-5, which is a great opportunity for them. Skeen trying to make some space. Puck comes across the front, and it's Power who riffles a shot in, but it's blocked. Power gets another shot, and this time, almost inevitably, on the 5-on-3, Rob Power converts that into a goal. He is the #1 goal scorer for the Swayzes, and you can see why he can be very effective. He just managed to get some space, and not much Pruha could do there. So that brings the lead back to 3 goals with 9 minutes to play. The Lizards still on the penalty. Remember, it was a 3-on-5, so they'll be 3-on-4 for the next minute. The penalty clearing by one of those penalties being cleared by the goal, but not both of them. And Tagan putting pressure on Brooks Skeen. The Lizards still on the penalty kill. They clear it across. The puck plays deep into their zone, and they fluff it. They've got to clear the puck out, boys. And this time it's Courtney Waters not able to finish off the puck. Cleared out of the zone by the Lizards. They need to get themselves under a little bit of control and realise they haven't got that their hands on the trophy just yet. They still have 8.5 minutes to play, and they're on the penalty kill. Tagan making the forecheck, and she's got the puck and she plays it around. She gets knocked over, and it looks like we may have Courtney Waters is going to find herself spending a little bit of time in the naughty box. She is the #1 penalty holder for the Swayzes with 10 minutes, and we can make that 12 now. And just throwing her stick around a little bit unnecessarily after a collision. So she will sit some time. And it's that ill discipline that you just can't afford to do, as that gives the Lizards back the advantage now. The penalty for the Lizards will be run out by the time this puck gets dropped by the look of it. So they'll be able to bring their player straight back on the ice in Hunt. And as a result then, the Swayzes will be on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. In fact, the penalty has now been cleared for the Lizards. So on the drop of the puck, Hunt can re-enter the ice. And the Swayzes will be down to 4-on-5. Not what they want with 7 minutes to play in a game where they currently have a 3-goal deficit. But Power comes through the middle of the neutral zone, beats Hunt, but is dispossessed. And this time it is Harley Grady who goes back to get the puck. And all the Lizards need to do is just keep putting the puck down the other end. But they'd like to do more than that, especially the Swayzes with Power and Wise on the rink, and Peters. That's their power line. Rob Power on the power line. My apologies, Gossie, if you're listening. I'm sure you're not. But all the same, Swayzes clear the puck down. Danuka with a little bit of time just chips it up the board, finds a teammate up on the half boards who runs the puck in deep. That's Doof. Puck comes across the front. Tommy Lawless driving deep into the corner, being pressured hard by Power. Returns and twists and clears the puck. But a good forecheck by the Lizards. 6 minutes to play. And it looks like Courtney Waters got a double minor there, so she's sitting for 4 minutes, not just the 2 minutes, which is certainly not what the Swayzes needed. You've got to maintain your discipline in this game. Something might upset you, but you've got to keep your head screwed on. The puck comes out now, Wise with a little bit of time. Almost put himself offside there. As Peters for the Swayzes was a little bit slow getting back. Well, Power now just trying to draw the Lizards into him to create a bit of space, but not as successful as he would have liked. It's come across to Aaron Verga, who now has the puck, gets a shot away. It's a bit of a bouncer. Puck still loose in front of the slot. Goes across the front there, not quite able to convert it. Doof got a shot away. Zoo managed to block it. The puck now comes across and deep into the corner again for the Lizards, deep in attack. They play it across, but it only gets as far as Jason Sandy for the Swayzes, who chips it up to Peters. Peters looks for Wisey and finds him. Wise with the puck at his feet, trying to just drag it around, but he's being pressed by Lizards, who force him around the outside. He tried to put the puck across in front, but there was enough Lizards there to deflect it. But he's got a lot of time and space, and Lizards will need to put some more pressure on him. And they do this time, and manage to dispossess, and they clear the zone. And we have a 1-on-1 now, or 2-on-1. Verga and Goodwin with Power. Verga runs wide, doesn't get much on the shot, but it bobbles around loose in front of Zoo. Puck goes into the corner. The Lizards play it back, and it's as far as Wally, who just chips it up to the centre of the neutral zone, gets it up to Verga, who plays it to Burgess, who loses it in her feet, knocks over a feisty Lizard, knocks over a hat-trick Swayze, and it's Wally now carrying the puck down around the outside. He's got Burgess behind him. He has a shot from a distance. It deflects off everything and hits the backboards. And Power, who's been out on the ice now for a very long time, he'd be getting tired. I think the Swayzes are relying on him to try and do some magic, and they need some magic now with just under 5 minutes to play with a 3-goal deficit, and they're still on the penalty kill. It's been a very long penalty kill for this line of Swayzes. They'd be getting pretty tired. But, Ben Fry moves in on the penalty kill, gets a shot up, and it bounces loose. Brodie Pruha not able to collect that one in his glove. It looked like he had it, but he didn't. This time, Abby Vergan tries to play the puck up. She's got Burgess outside her, but she looks to carry the puck. A bit dangerous in your defensive zone, but eventually she manages to clear it out. And Goodwin now tries to get a shot away, fires around the back of Rob Power, just driven into the corner. 38 seconds to go on the double minor to Courtney Waters as Danuka Langmatage goes back to pick up the puck. He's going to have Ben Fry coming in to put some pressure on him. He riskily passes across the front. His coach would have words with him, but they got away with it. And the puck comes through the middle of the neutral zone, and it is Hawkins now for the Swayzes, being pressed tightly, but she manages to get dispossessed by Worley, who tries to clear the puck away and successfully dumps the puck all the way down the other end. And 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. 3 goals the lead to the feisty Lizards. They haven't won it yet, but it's getting pretty close. Rob Power still on the ice for the Swayzes. He's setting a record for just about the longest shift in this game of hockey. I don't think he's come off the ice for quite some time. And the penalty now all over. So we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Waters are back on the ice. Puck comes across to Hunt, who tries to get around Wise, but Wise gets a stick in the way. Hunt gets another chance. And he's just doing a little bit of fancy puck work, but manages to hold on to the puck. And he breaks through, being pressed by Waters. Chooses his footing just a little bit as Josh Wise comes busting up through the middle. Gets around Gat. Gat will be done for a trip. It might not have been intentional, but he'll be doing 2 minutes in the box as well. These two guys, they know each other pretty well. There was no malice in that. Just an accidental trip. But the referee has no discretion. If your stick causes an opposition player to fall over, it is a mandatory 2-minute penalty. There's no discretion the referees have. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play now. The Lizards the Lizards with a 3-goal lead, 5-3 over the Swayzes. The Swayzes tried to get a shot away from the face-off. But now the Lizards, all they need to do at this point is just keep dumping the puck down the other end and running the clock down 20 seconds every time they do. Swayzes have to go and get it. And they play the puck up. And just a little bit slow clearing the puck out, remembering that the puck moves faster than the player. Up to Wisey, who has room. He fires a shot in from a distance, but it is kept by the Lizards. But they don't clear the zone. They're trying to be a bit fancy. You're on the penalty kill, boys. Don't muck around with it, Turbo. This time Peters has the puck skating across the front. So looks for the backhand, doesn't take it, and instead gets a shot, pass away, but it goes harmlessly behind the net. And Peters now battling with Turbo. And the puck loose in front of the net. Fired across the front there by the Swayzes, but they missed everything, including the goalie's eyes. I don't think Brodie Pruha saw that one at all. I think the Lizards have forgotten that all they need to do here is clear the puck out of the zone. And this time, they just with a little bit of luck, they do. Peters has Uli caught offside, and that'll help the Lizards a lot by running the clock down. The puck comes out, everyone has to leave the zone before anyone can go in. And that's Harley Grady skating up, but he's dispossessed. So it's D carrying the puck again in defence. And Brodie Pruha saves Harley Grady's bacon. And this time he likes to try and pass it up the puck, but it is blocked. And Pruha gets a nice pad save from the shot across the front by Powers. Peters gets the back, tries to get a backhand, makes a little bit of space, gets a pass across. Woolley chips it in. It's gone across to Rob Power, who's now moved right into a forward role. Puck went across the front of everything and missed every one. And the Lizards all looking at each other, wondering how they're going to fix this. They've got it. They are still on the penalty kill for another 15 seconds. Puck loose, backhand shot comes across, but it is not converted to a goal. Doof for the Lizards trying to fight it out, and Hunt. And the puck almost cleared, still in the zone. 4 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Wisey has a chance for a shot from a distance. He winds up, but it is well blocked by a wall of Lizards in white, and we are back to 5-on-5. Gat straight back on the ice and straight back into the play, but only as far as Wise, who has another shot, puts it through traffic. Josh Wise makes it 3-5. And the Lizards, I think, would be fairly disappointed with that. They had a number of occasions where if they just had cleared the puck out of the zone instead of trying to be fancy, then they would have turned the Swayzes around and reversed it. But there is only 32.5 seconds to go in this game, and there is a 2-goal lead. It's not impossible, but it's pretty hard. I'd be watching to see if the Swayzes pull their goalie and do anything they can. It is stop time now, so the clock will stop. They choose not to pull their goalie, so they're staying with 5-on-5 and 25 seconds to play. And it's Aaron Verga driving deep into the corner. He's got Burgess coming up the middle, and it's pushed hard into the boards. Burgess trying to make a bit of space, so too Goodwin, and they're free in the slot. And the loose puck now. There's just 10 seconds to play. The puck comes all the way out to Danuka. All he needs to do is just dump that puck in. Danuka, all you need to do is just dump that puck in, and he does eventually. And with 1, 2, 0, and that's it. The Feisty Lizards in their second season have won their grand final, winning 5-3 over the hat-trick Swayzes. So they made it look a little bit harder than they needed to with about 2 minutes to go. But they did prevail this time around, and they'll be very pleased with that. So some pretty happy players there. For a lot of them, it was their first time in this team. The Swayzes put up a great effort. They never gave up. Outstanding game by Rob Power, and also a particularly good effort by Brooks Skeen, and Wendy Hawkins had great games too as well. Dan Peters